Hello there guys, this is Russian Prince Rome 2 tournament match, round 1 of Blue Tournament. It's going to be on Tur. It's the Battle of Tur, I guess. Not quite sure what language it is, but anyway, this time around we have Tufgru against Thorien Kell. Tufgru is the Arvirni and Thorien Kell is playing as Rome. So we have here the Arvirni build. I'm gonna go over it quite quickly. We have Noble Horse General against Rome. Quite interesting. He is commander, not strategist. Okay. Has a lot of heavy horse as well. Actually, not a lot of heavy horse, I think, surprisingly, but he does have a few. He has one. It's so hard to see in this forest. Like, I can't really tell the amount of heavy horse that he has. This is why I don't really like forests. It's hard to see what exactly is going on. So heavy horse here, that's one, and then we have two, we have three, I believe. So I guess we have 3 heavy horse in total for the Arvirni player. Tufgru here. And he has a bunch of levy freemen as well, I believe. Let's see, one. This is so painful for me to look at. But luckily they're gonna go out of the forest. So that's good. Let me zoom out a little bit. So, see, 1, 2, 3. No, that's 3, 4 levy freemen, I suppose, for Arvirni. So, oh, we actually have jabs going into the legionary cav, doing so much damage. Very well done there with the levy freeman. Nicely done. So I believe 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 4 levy freemen in total. In terms of sword component, he has a lot of chosen swords. So 3, 4, 5. 5 chosen swords, 2 Oathsworn. Means 7, and with the Celtic Warrior it's 8 swords. And that is basically it for Tufgru. Looks like he's going to go out of the forest, because I guess he wants to engage Rome on the forest. But I don't really like this map, because both players start in the forest and it's like you can't really see what your opponent's doing. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna fast forward though, and we'll see how the battle unfolds. Not gonna go over the Roman build yet. Yeah, Tufgru doing the actually good thing, because he's gonna go out of the forest. That's gonna be good for Arvirni, actually, engaging out of the forest, because if he gets the proper charges off, that'll be good. And then the thing is, the elephants will be more effective as well on open ground than in the forest, but we will actually see. So see here, 2 legionary cav by Rome. Let's see if he has more cavalry. He has, of course, the African elephants that he brought against Arvirni. Interesting choice, and I guess it might be a good one since it's max 8 of the same unit type anyway, so Arvirni can't really bring too many swords. If you can knock out the swords with the elephant, you basically won, because then you have Roman swords and they won't really lose to cavalry. Okay, so let's see how much cavalry Rome actually has, because he's not actually brought his legatus yet. But anyway, I'm gonna go over Thorien Kell's build up front. 3 Vigiles, supported by, let's see, 4 legionary cohorts as second line. Third line of, let's see, 4 Evocatis. Then we see 2 levies and 3 spear gladiatrices in the rear. Pretty decent build actually by Thorien Kell here, and then his general and bodyguard is a commander. I quite like this setup with like triple line, legionary cohort first line, and the 4 Evocatis will do well against the chosen swordsmen as well. But the Oathsworns will crush through the Roman infantry, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Thorien Kell decides to deal with the Arvirni chosen swords and the Oathsworns here, because he's gonna have to get his levies to shoot at the Oathsworns, I believe. Otherwise, he'll have a hard time unless he can get his elephant in at a nice angle into the Arverni line. So we see that Tufgru is actually moving up his Levy Freeman on a flank. He may want to try to start the cav engagement, and Thorien Kell might actually agree with him because he's sending Spear Gladiatrices on his right with 2 Legionary Cav and this Auxiliary African Elephant. So that might be really good for Thorien Kell if he does decide to do that. Vigiles coming in, and Levy Freeman charging Vigiles will make sure that the Levy Freeman actually win here. Actually, he's coming in really, really close here. So here come the Vigiles. They're gonna charge in, and they're getting destroyed by Celtic Warriors and Levy Freeman. But again, lots of volleys wasted here by Arverni. Oh, Vigiles here also getting destroyed by Levy Freeman and Chosen Swordsman. But again, there is no follow-up here for Rome. So this is, I think this is a mistake by Rome. He basically lost 3 units for free. And now the Celtic Warriors will go through into the Legionary cohorts. Celtic Warriors won't win with this engagement. Vigiles here routed off the field. Again, mistimed here by Rome. This is going to allow Rome to, not Rome, but Arverni to get charges off. But he doesn't click the charges, so I guess he did miss micro here. And again, Thorien Kell is very disorganized with his attacks here. Legionary cohorts engaging Chosen Swords. Chosen Swords will do well here, especially with the weird things Legionary cohorts are doing. And Chosen Swords doing really well here. Oathsworn's going to destroy Avocades without a doubt here. Chosen Swords, they need to charge into this Legionary cohort unit. The Oathsworn's also getting kills on the Legionary cohort, but why is there no charge with the Chosen Swords into the flank of these Legionary cohorts? I don't understand. But we see Arverni pulling out. This is quite interesting, because then he's going to be able to get another charge into the Roman units. Not quite sure why. I guess there was an attack order or something. Looks like Thorien Kell is going to pull back that Legionary cohort. He doesn't want to engage Chosen Swordsmen and Spear Warriors. That's not going to go too well for him. But again, Avocati and Legionary cohorts will actually do very well against Chosen Swordsmen. They will die. Celtic Warriors as well here. Elephants running into Levy Freeman, but Levy Freeman did get their jabs off, so the Elephants shouldn't have as much HP as before. This Chosen Swordsman of Tufgru not looking too good. It's taken a lot of damage, but it's also done a lot of damage to this Avocati. Wow. With the javelins, I think. So that was good. Spear Gladiatrice is not losing anything, but the Avocati already down 19 men. That's huge. Center for Tufgru not looking too good, and oh, Thorien Kell doesn't get a charge off, and his rear is exposed to this Chosen Swordsman. Say bye-bye to this Legionary cohort. A heavy horse charging this Legionary cohort should do some damage, but not the proper angle. Again, Levy Freeman here going to die to Spear Gladiatrices getting into their rear. Heavy horse though, if they do, they can do well here. If the Chosen Swords can actually finish off the Spear Gladiatrices, or they can go around, hit the rear of the Roman lines. But again, huge mismicro here by Thorien Kell. These Legionary cohorts were facing the wrong way, and they're gonna not do very well. But he won the center against Celtic Warriors and Chosen Swords. His African Elephants though going to end up dying. 130 kills, but mostly against Levy Freeman, so definitely Elephants wasted for Rome. But it's still not over yet for Rome though, because look, on this side he's gonna win against the Chosen Swordsman. Legionary cohort's doing quite well with Legionary Cav support here. Heavy horse of Tufgru getting caught here by Spear Gladiatrices, so this huge miss micro. Look at them dying so quickly. Misplay there by Tufgru. African Elephants again neutralized fairly effectively by Arverni here. But the Noble Horse General is just not the best choice. I think he should have gotten Oathsworn General instead, Strategist. Well, this Oathsworn though, nice javelins by the Avocati, but I think he should just charge it at this point, because he can finish it off. And you can see the Spear Gladiatrice is killing the Levy Freeman. This Legionary cohort is going to end up losing at the end of the day to the Chosen Swordsman, as expected. But the Heavy Horse here also dying for Tufgru. So again, the Heavy Horse heavily mismanaged by Tufgru here. He seems to be overwhelmed by all the micro that needs to be done. He did deal very well with the Elephants though, but doesn't seem to be enough. Avocati's finally going to get their charge off onto the Oathsworn. Oathsworn still will hold out for a while, even against all these avocados, but the avocados will end up winning. Elephants! Few elephants still charging into the rear of Oathsworn's heavy horse on the field, but the heavy horse do rout this levy unit, and the levies did some damage though, but they're really cheap, so, and they will also come back apparently. Roman units here crushing the Oathsworns. Vigilantly is keeping Celtic youths off the battlefield, not allowing them to do much. General and bodyguard engaged by the heavy horse though, and spear warriors getting shots off into the general and bodyguard. Ooh, but the noble horse general might end up dying here. However, it is killing the legionary cohort and legionary cavalry, so that is good for Tough Crew. Again though, this African elephant, it's still on the field, even though it's just like 2 elephants. It's still on the field, and I'm not sure what Tough Crew has to use against it. I mean, it's probably going to die with the next charge or something, especially with this charge, because this charge isn't very effective by the elephant. I think he might actually end up losing the elephants here, Thorien Kell. But again, his levies came back, this legionary cohort came back, which is a huge deal at this point. General and bodyguard here being mismicroed by Thorien Kell. Okay, he's finally gonna start, he should start running away and pulling it over here, because he doesn't want to get chased by the spear warriors or the heavy horse. He needs to run away. And he continues to get stuck here, but look at these levies. Targeting the levy freeman, this is a huge mistake by Thorien Kell. He needs to use levies onto more important units. But looks like there are a lot of wow, there are a lot of Arverni spears here. Not spears, but units here, and they, with this Oathsworn general here, no, not Oathsworn general, noble horse general, they might do quite well here with the support. And the Evocati cohort, this is the one thing holding this flank for Thorien Kell, but now his general will die, and while it's not so important for Rome, it's still a huge deal. However, if the Arverni general dies, this will be a huge deal. Evocati's still hanging on, but there's another Evocati coming in from Rome. 1 elephant still remaining, so it didn't really do too much in that engagement. General bodyguard still alive for Thorien Kell, being pulled away. Heavy horse rear charge the Evocatis, doing a lot of HP damage. But now the noble horse, ooh, 8 men left. If it gets sniped, it's going to be big. Like basically, if the Arverni general dies and then the elephant is even close to the battlefield, Arverni's troops might rout off the field. General bodyguard saved here, so that's good. General and bodyguard chasing the noble horse general, crazy general and bodyguard here, and will actually catch the noble horse general. Oh, and this means that the levies can now fire. Casualties sustained, but the noble horse general is still alive apparently. 5 men left, and it's routed off the field. General and bodyguard does end up taking it, but general recently died for Arverni, so now his troops might not be staying too far in the battlefield, but he still has so many troops, Tough Crew that is. So it might not matter, the general died maybe a bit too late. Ooh, heavy horse will crush the levies here in one swift charge, and legionary cohorts around though. No swords remaining, and the elephant isn't really charging in. I'm not sure why he's not going into the fight. He's stuck there. Thorien Kell definitely mismanaging heavily here. And again, the Oathsworns and all these units for Tough Crew looks like might be able to prevail against Rome here. The elephant didn't charge and still not doing anything, still not pulling through. It's basically over at this point, and Tough Crew will advance on to the next round, I feel. Yeah, he will. Again, a valiant effort here by Thorien Kell though, but again, you could clearly see that he mismicroed a lot of things, as did Tough Crew, to be honest. But it was a very chaotic battle though, so it's kind of expected. Rear charges here by heavy horse will deal with the loss here. The legionary cohorts off the battlefield they go. So they have, the disappointment is huge in this Roman army at this point. Well, whatever is left of it. Like the spear gladiatrices that came back. These women are ready to fight, but they're actually gonna rout very soon, I think. But they really do look ready to fight somehow. Just not gonna work too well for them though. I'm sorry, gladiatrices. You're strong, but you're not gonna be able to kill all these units, no matter how hard you try. But looks like it's gonna take 1 more minute. So they do want to fight. Rapid advance bot for them, so they will actually get in the fight very, very quickly. Also frenzied charge. Haha, these poor spear warriors and the heavy horse. Spear warriors running away from women, but the spear gladiatrix is getting charged and now getting attacked from all angles. If this was an Ulsworn unit, okay, maybe, but it's just spear gladiatrices, so they will end up dying. Poor spear gladiatrices. Came into the battle just to die at the end. Wow, they look crazy. Whoa, she's yelling. And she just stabbed that guy off the horse. Badass. But now they're running off the field. So indeed, looks like Tufgro is going to advance on to the next round. After a very close game against Thorien, Kell, Elephants. Heavily mismanaged here by Thorien. Kell, he allowed his Legionary cohorts to get rear charged, and yeah, he made some mistakes for sure this battle, and then he sacrificed his Vigiles early on for little to no gain. He didn't manage to get the charges stripped from the Arverni line, which I believe was what lost him the game here. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I shall see you next time.